So good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to this afternoon session on ArcGIS Pro. My name is Elaine, and with me here is my co-presenter, Ingbo. And for this session, we will be introducing you to ArcGIS Pro, the next generation desktop. So before we start to jump into the nitty-gritty technical part of this presentation, let's get started first with showing you what we are offering now for ArcGIS desktop product. And where ArcGIS Pro sits on the platform. ArcGIS Pro is an application within the ArcGIS desktop application, together with ArcMap, ArcCatalog, ArcScene, and ArcGlobe. It is a separate application that can be run side by side with those applications, and Esri is introducing it as the next professional connected desktop that advances GIS by providing a modern 2D and 3D powerful GIS experience, not only for performing powerful analysis, but also for creating beautiful maps. So within this diagram, we always want to highlight that every desktop user is an ArcGIS platform user, meaning once you have an ArcGIS named user license, you get an access to everything. With every desktop license, you get a named user to either your ArcGIS Online or your on-premise portal for ArcGIS. ArcGIS Pro is tightly integrated with ArcGIS, which provides easy sharing and access to resources from ArcGIS Online or your portal, and makes cross-platform workflows more powerful. So let's show you the interface of ArcGIS Pro. First, let's discuss its environment. So it is a 64-bit application, which is also multi-threaded, meaning it really leverages and harnesses your machine's power to run both 2D and 3D operations, to visualize your data on maps that are beautiful, interactive, and informative. It features a modern ribbon-based contextual interface, so you might be familiar with it in Microsoft suite of applications. Contextual, meaning the tabs and commands react directly to the active map view and items in the contents pane. So it gives you the tools that you need for whatever the type of data that you have. It is intuitive and familiar. Familiar meaning you still have the same feel back at when you're still working with ArcMap. So it gives you it gives traditional workflows or it makes the traditional workflows even easier. Also, it has a project-based folder structure designed to contain maps, layouts, toolboxes, database connections, style, and folder connections all in one project. And with ArcGIS Pro version 2.0, which is the current version, we are bringing you back the catalog pane, which is also um, there in ArcMap. The ArcGIS Pro interface was built to keep your map on the focus. So all the tools and panes keep your map in view, which is usually on the center. And last but not the least, ArcGIS Pro integrates both 2D and 3D, as well as the interface, which is highly web connected and online integrated. In short, ArcGIS Pro fuses the best of ArcMap and ArcCatalog, ArcGlobe and ArcScene, and the City Engine runtime into one application. So 3D is the most common visual and analytical experience for tomorrow's GIS, and it is fully supported by ArcGIS Pro. ArcGIS Pro is the primary tool for advanced analytics, 2D and 3D processing, image processing, advanced visualization, connecting and sharing, and effective data management. In ArcGIS Pro, you can connect your work within the world. You can create traditional map layouts for export to PDF, or create layer packages, map packages, and project packages, and share them to the web as web layers or web maps. At this point of the session, I want to hand over to Yingbo for the demonstration on the usage of ArcGIS Pro.
Thanks. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay. In today's demonstration, I'll cover some of the basics of using ArcGIS Pro, including how to import your MXT from ArcMap, how to convert from 2D to 3D, and how to publish to ArcGIS Online. When you first start ArcGIS Pro, you have your content pane on the left and your catalog pane on the right. And you have the ribbons on top ribbons like Home, Insert, Analysis, and View. The scenario we'll use today will be that I'm a landscape painter. I'm curious to know what the view is like on top of at one of the buildings of National University of Singapore and US. Specifically, I'm curious whether my line of sight is being blocked by which buildings. To visualize this in 3D, I'll make use of ArcGIS Pro's capabilities. To start with, I'll import my MXD. I'll click the Insert tab and import map. And repair the data source. So because I did not set the baseline earlier, the background is now blank. To give my data a bit more context, I'll use a base map. Click the map and click the base map. All right, no base map available apparently. So I'll make use of vector tiles. Data, data front, and data package. To make my, there are two layers in my map. One is the rooftop garden, which represents the point where I like to do my painting. Need to change the symbology to make it more obvious. I do that by clicking it here, which brings the symbology pane. Select the properties, make it, let's say, black, a lot bigger. Okay, over there. Bring it up. Also change the symbology of the building footprint, which is the buildings in NUS. Change the color. Change the outline. Apply. Now I'm ready to convert this 2D map into a 3D scene. To do that, I click the View tab and Convert. Now notice that the 3D scene when it's first drawn is split into two subgroups, 3D layers and 2D layers. Rooftop gardens is automatically placed in the 3D layers because it already has Z coordinates over here. Coordinates have Z values. While the building polygons do not. But thankfully, the building's polygon have an attribute called height, which I'll use to draw in 3D. To do that, I click the appearance and extrude to max height using the height column, height attribute. Change my view. There you go. I will dock the panes to the side, make it more obvious. Minimize this. One feature of ArcGIS Pro is that you can link your views. So you do that by clicking View and Link Views. What this does is that when you navigate on one pane, the other pane will move in tandem, like so. Oh, all right. Another feature of ArcGIS Pro is that you can display your shadows in 3D. To do that, you click your frame, select your properties, illumination, check display shadows in 3D, and set a time. I'll pick 4 p.m. just so the shadows are more obvious. And there you go. Now all these are nice, but my original objective is still to find out what the view is like at this point. To do that, I'll make use of a model that I've built previously. Over here, and edit. Alright, drag it here. And run it, yes. Add it to display. This part can take some time. There we go. Now, even though I've added to the display, it's covering my base map and some of my view. So I have to change the symbology again. And the transparency. Now, now at this point, I'd like to do a printout of what I've done so far. So to do that, I click the Insert tab and New Layout. Pro offers a variety of options for your layouts. For now, I'll use A4 Landscape. Pro also allows you to have multiple frames within a layout. So for example, I'll have the 2D frame as my main frame, and the 3D frame as a insert. Like so. Getting the right layout can take some time, so I'll just switch to another layout to show you what's possible. This is what I created earlier. Also note that ArcGIS Pro allows you to have multiple layouts per project. Finally, I'd like to publish my results to ArcGIS Online. To do that, I click Share. Huh, interesting. Right, usually this would be where I click Web Layer and then Share to Online. Not really working, so I'll just switch to something I uploaded earlier. So go to arcgis.com, you sign in, click the groups, select the group, and click here to open in the map viewer. And that's the end of the demonstration. I'll now pass the floor back to Elaine, where she'll cover licensing and roadmap for ArcGIS Pro. Elaine,
Okay.
please.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Hingbo. I hope you like that demonstration. It might be that upon introduction for the first time, ArcGIS Pro might have some few hiccups, but then it should be fine. All right. So I know at this point of the session, after watching the demonstration, you are excited on and keen. How do I get access to ArcGIS Pro? Well, let me introduce you, or let me show you in 3 simple steps. If you have ArcGIS Desktop and is currently on maintenance, you have access to ArcGIS Pro within your My Esri portal. So you can access your portal, or you can ask your administrator to download it for you through that web page. If you do not have ArcGIS Desktop or is not currently on maintenance, you can contact your account manager or Esri customer service, and you can also download an ArcGIS Desktop trial. Second step, through ArcGIS Online or a local instance of Portal for ArcGIS, you need to create a new Esri username or ask your administrator to do it for you, then assign ArcGIS Pro license and entitlements to you. So when we say ArcGIS Pro license, it could be named user. Automatically by default, it would be named user. Then you can convert it to single use or concurrent. Then entitlements would be the basic level, so it would be basic, standard, or advanced, same as in ArcMap. Third step, from there you can sign into ArcGIS Pro, and you're ready to go. When you start ArcGIS Pro, it will run with the level that has been set by your administrator. So it would come with the application together with the extensions. So this is the model for the named user licensing, which, as I have mentioned, is the default. So you can convert it to single use and concurrent use from the My Esri portal also. So we continually work on new innovations in ArcGIS Pro, and this is the ArcGIS Pro roadmap, which has just been updated last Wednesday, actually, which gives us a sneak peek of what we're focusing on for the near, mid, and long term for the ArcGIS Pro development. So you can always refer to the website. It's on geonet.esri.com for updates on the plans of release for the next ArcGIS Pro versions. So when we speak of near-term plans, it would be on on next release or two. So as I heard, version 2.1 will be released on next year. Midterm plans would be next 2 or 3 releases, and long-term plans would be it's in the plan, but we are not certain yet of the release at this point. So for near-term plans, you would have utility network, attribute rules, layout tables, wherein you can share tabular data and graphic layouts. Then be you would have model builder, so if then else conditioning, image analyst as an extension, stereographic mapping, oblique imagery, and you can read on the roadmap. And most importantly, the integration of SAP HANA as the geodatabase support, which has been requested also through ids.arcgis.com. For midterm plans, we have full motion video, parcel management, dimensions, exploratory spatial data analysis, which is essential for insights, spell check all throughout the project, reports, metadata enhancements, and additional extensions. For long-term plans, we have animated symbols, presentations, and offset printing. All right, so ArcGIS Pro is the next generation desktop that revolutionizes the geospatial industry. And we want you to take advantage of these capabilities by moving to ArcGIS Pro now. So how do you move to Pro? There are so many great learning materials, and a lot of them are free. So I would recommend going to the ArcGIS Pro reference site, which is basically one-stop shop for all your ArcGIS Pro needs. So you would have you would be learning ArcGIS Pro terminologies. You would have the video tours and quick start tutorials and exercises. You can also go to learn.arcgis.com, which is also which contains free exercises. We have GeoNet and publications. Esri is also offering in-house training, introduction to ArcGIS Pro for professionals, and you can refer to our website for the updated training schedule. So at this moment, these are the training schedule. For today's solution mix, we have use ArcGIS Pro technology and data.gov.sg for our data. All right.
Thank you, Eileen and Inbo. So question time.
Question time.
Please raise your hands. Okay, I'll ask a question. Does ArcGIS Pro have same tools as ArcMap? Who is going to answer that?
Okay, I can answer that.
You can
one.
answer.
Good question, Smitha. Okay. At the moment, ArcGIS Pro contains 90% of the extensions and tools from ArcMap. 90% of tools, in correction, from ArcMap. So basically, we continue to import all the tools necessary from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro. And as we continually import them, eventually, the question also that has been previously asked to Esri is that, will ArcGIS Pro eventually replace ArcMap? And the
Yeah.
answer to that one is yes, it will
Yes.
eventually replace.
Okay.
But at this moment, since we have been still porting everything to ArcGIS Pro,
How long will it take to replace?
as per the deprecation plan, actually, if you read the Esri website or if you have been updated, at the moment we have been supporting ArcMap and will continue to support ArcMap until 2022.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.